The market continues to rally, Joe. It's almost like it's unstoppable. Now, that's probably super taboo. Oh man, all the market gods are going to come back and monkey hammer me back down for saying so. But let's be realistic here, Joe. This market is strong. It's almost like bad news is turning into good news, and all the news is turning into the market continuing to go up higher and higher and higher, which is exactly what you want to see, right? In fact, if we jump into the market breadth page, the breadth is still super strong. We're still seeing more buy signals come through and less sell signals come through, but we may have started to round. We may have started to round right here. We'll have to see more uptrends and downtrends. It may have peaked right here. So Joe, all I know is right now is don't get in the way of the trend train. In fact, we're going to be talking about how important it is to not get in front of the trend train here in just a couple minutes. But what else is happening today, right? Let's go around, take a look what's going out here. So a couple things that really stick out to me across the market today is aerospace is getting destroyed, right? Everything in this sector is getting totally monkey hammered with the exception of Boeing. And then where's money flowing to today? The big tech stocks, big tech stock names, right? They are the ones who are receiving the money. And who owns a couple of these? The outliers do. That's who, right? GOOGs is on my list. NVDA is on my list. A couple names that look really, really sharp, but the industrials are really taking it on the nose. So what else is going on, right? We've got the NASDAQ up even higher today. SPY is up 82 basis points right now. NASDAQ's up about 1.5%. So kind of almost double there, if you can believe it. Gold and silver, they're up both a little bit today, but really have been flat, trending sideways. These might be coiling up for a bigger move. In fact, let's jump into outlier. I want to look at GLD real quick, the gold ETF. What's going on with these guys? It's got a buy signal, and it has been drifting sideways. It's showing a bearish trend at the moment here on gold, which it is just ever so slightly. So keep an eye on that, right? Keep an eye on that. If everything is lit up on gold, we have seen how fast and sharp gold can rise, especially with geopolitical concerns. Who knows? Gold could be the next play. Oil continues to be the story, right? But look at this, Joe. Oil has fallen from its peak just a couple days ago, down 32%. Now I'm looking at the oil futures contract. You could look at USO or something like that. This is what I actually like to look at. 92.95 right now. But it is in a downtrend. We now have the 10 under the, actually I should say a sideways trend. We have the 10 under the 20, prices above the 50. So that's what's going on in the market right now. Look at Wall Street bets. You know, I want to start looking at Wall Street bets because I want to check in with the apes every day. I want to see what they're talking about. They finally discovered Avis. They finally discovered the short squeeze. Look at this. Nobody's talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. In the last 2 days, it's spiked. How did they miss? How did Wall Street bets? Right. This is where all the professionals go to find their money. Right. This is where the professional investors go to find their new trades. Right, Joe? They missed.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for days. I'm surprised that they're a little behind there.
I was really surprised when I saw that too. In fact, looking over here at Outlier, we got the buy signal on CAR on Avis back on, what day is that? March 25th. And it's been gangbusters since then, right? How much has it gone up since then? From here to here, went up 500%. Wow. 500%. But Joe, look at that big, ugly red candle. Now, I saw a lot of people saying this is the most obvious short ever, right? Here's the thing, Joe. As exciting as this is, do not get in the way, okay? Do not get in the way of the trend train. This is what I was talking about earlier. Because the same people who are saying this is the most obvious short ever were the same people saying this is the most obvious short ever at 150. At 300, at 450, at 600, at 750. And now it is starting to come back down. 50, yeah. 80 loading for sure. But here's the thing. When you see big, scary, crazy volatile moves like this, the only way to play it is if you're already in, okay, maybe I can sell here. This is not I'm going to try and short it because one way or the other, you're going to get your pants ripped off. Okay. You know the deal around here, Joe. We don't wear pants in the trading room. One way or the other, you're going to get your pants ripped off. Either they're shorts or long pants. Either way, you're going to get your pants ripped off. It's not going to be fun. Not going to be fun at all.
If you were an outlier and you had traded this and you had taken the buy signal, I suspect you would have rolled so many times that you would have had a free trade anyway.
Oh my gosh. You would have locked in 25 rolls maybe, and then as it goes up and up and up and up, you would have guaranteed profits, so you could let it run all the way back down, you would still have guaranteed profits. Yeah, you would have zero risk in this trade. Pretty sick, right? We have such ninja hacks around here. It's really, really cool.
And I know
earnings.
we have some outliers who have made trades like this and have had those zero risk trades, and it's a rush, man. It's awesome,
isn't it? Let's take a look at earnings. Got some earnings going on after the close. Tesla, the big one of the day is going to be Tesla for sure. Let's go look at the Tesla charts real quick. Now, here's the deal. Whatever outlier says, it doesn't matter when it comes to earnings. Earnings are going to be all over the place, right? We can see a buy signal today. Everything's coming through. So the buy signal came just a couple days ago. It's getting less greedy. The sector, discretionary sector, is getting less greedy. You can see it here on the map right there. Pretty flat on the day. But remember, earnings are elevated risk points that you don't have to trade through. So if you're in Tesla, if you took that buy signal, maybe you've made a couple bucks right here, maybe even lost a couple bucks. Don't take the additional risk unless you really want the risk, right? If you want that risk, you want that excitement, by all means, go for it. But this is one that I would absolutely avoid at this point. Maybe it'll come out the other side and be great, but no way. I'm not talking about that right now. What do you think, Joe? You going to trade Tesla earnings?
No. I will trade into earnings. I will trade after earnings, but I'm not going to put my hard-earned money at risk during earnings. No way. I learned my lesson just recently, Chris, with Netflix. I made a ton of money on Netflix with rolls, and I got out just as my plan told me to before the crash, and it has not recovered.
That's the perfect example that I wanted to show, right? Even with the buy signals and everything else, all 9 of 9 lit up and everything's good and glorious, news can come out, earnings come out, the stock gets monkey hammered. The stock gets... I had to do it, Joe. I had to do it.
That's right.
I've
got another one of those going on right today, Chris. Stock called BX that I've rolled a couple of times, and unfortunately, I just can't keep it. I've got to get rid of it because earnings happen before market open tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Another one of those trades. You said you rolled it a couple times, so you're probably profitable on this trade. I want to keep those profits, Joe. You probably do too, so I don't want to take that additional risk. No way, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I did see a news story, though. Airlines face profit challenges as jet fuel costs and the Iran conflict impact the industry. I heard that Alaska Airlines is going to spend, here it is right here, in fact, they're going to spend $600 million on fuel, which is more than the company made for the last 2 years combined in a single quarter.
Wow.
Yikes. That is crazy. That's crazy. And I wanted to point that out because this kind of falls in line with the industrials over here, right? GE manufactures the engines for those, right? Boeing, they are the guys who are making the jets. Now, they did have earnings today. That was helpful. You've got Lockheed Martin over here, another stock that's going to be impacted by rising fuel costs, right? So, yeah, this is definitely a sector that's getting hit on the chin. But, Joe, I don't know about you. I want to jump into our trading plan now. I want to jump into our trading plan now in the Outlier Trading Room. This is where we help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risks. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. So we're going to jump into our plans today. And listen, if you want normal returns, this is not for you. But if you want outlier returns, now you're in the right place. So we have 3 plans that we use and probably more to come very, very soon. Don't tell anybody, Joe, just between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make an offer to Scott in May to come on as a full-time quant. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
That's awesome.
That's a secret between you and me. We're going to have a full-time quant on staff. We're going to have all the plans. Oh, it's going to be the best.
That's fantastic.
So we have 3 plans: Plan M, ETF, and sit in cash and don't F up. And of course, we got to look to reduce risk before taking on any new trades, right? Because the most important part of the plan is planning on the plan, not going to plan. So what do our current active trades look like, right? These are our exit signals right here. And the firstest, easiest, bestest, fastest way is to look at the sell signals. So I have all of mine saved as favorites. So I can just go to the dashboard page, the watch list page right here, and I can see all of them are still sitting on buy signals. Well, that makes it easy. That's far too easy. The rest of this we get to play a little game called Cross Blocks Earnings Stops. Chris Chain's going to help us remember how that goes.
Cross blocks, earnings stops, and exit. Oh, that's how outliers roll.
That's right. That's how outliers roll. So cross blocks, earnings stops, or roll is what we're looking for. Okay. So a 10-20 bearish cross, the outlier block being hit, earnings, like we talked about just a couple of minutes ago. Joe's got trading BX. He's got earnings coming up. He's got to go. Or the stops getting hit. And if none of that happens, maybe we could even roll these trades. Maybe we can even roll. I heard, Joe, that one of them is on fire. One of our stocks is absolutely on fire that we could be rolling today. So let's start at the top with NVIDIA. NVIDIA, this is a gorgeous trader here. We've rolled this guy twice already. 1, 2, 3. Should we roll it again? I wasn't planning on rolling it again. I was just counting how many times we've rolled. In fact, let's price this bad boy out. So 10/20 cross, no. Blocks, not in our way. Earnings are 28 days out. Stops are not hit. Can we roll NVIDIA? Well, it's gone up 1, 2, 3 points. I've only rolled it twice. Let's take a look. Maybe we can roll NVIDIA. I was not planning on this. Joe is like, son of a gun. He didn't tell me I was going to roll NVIDIA. That was not part of the plan today, Joe, but we just might do it. We just might do it.
Well,
All right,
I love rolling. So if we have to roll this, I'm all in, man.
Joe, great news.
What?
They lit up and put in new strikes. There are brand new strikes now that were not there last week, which makes this easier to roll.
You know what would have made this even better?
What's
if
that?
I had taken the trade.
You took BX on your own, but you didn't take NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Joe, how could you?
Well, see, I'm not a copy trader. I'm an outlier, and it's just the way it lined up.
Actually, a good answer there, right there. Because I listen to me. I'm literally a random guy on the internet. Don't listen to anything that I say. Okay, do not listen to anything that I say. Random guy on the internet. But this random guy on the internet looks like he might make a couple bucks here. So let's see if we can do this. So can I roll from the 185 to the 187.5? Now let's confirm that it sets up. Okay, let's confirm that it sets up. First, what are my options liquidity criteria? If it does not meet this, I will not roll it. Okay, easy peasy. 200 plus open interest all the way down. Now remember, these are brand new strikes, so it may not have 200 all the way down, but you can see the in-betweens are starting to fill in. I'm not stressed about that. That's going to happen. Next, 10% max on the bid-ask spread and 30% max on the extrinsic value. So let's go take a look at this. If we rolled from, which one could we roll to the 190? 333 on 1535 gives me 21% is fine. This is 10 cents wide. I'm going to get a lot more credit to roll to the 190 versus the 185. And I can take that credit, Joe, and I can put it in SGOV and it is protected. Right. No market risk associated with that. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to skip strike 185 up to 190.
Do it.
Okay. So I'm going to sell to close. And let's just drop off here so it's easier so everybody can follow along. Don't follow my trades, but you can follow along with what I'm doing. I'm going to sell to close the 185, buy to open the 190s. And the credit right here is about 402. Now, again, I have had somebody in the past say, well, what's the right credit to roll for? I can't tell you that. I legitimately cannot tell you that. I wish I could say, if it's $4.18 or greater, go for it. But I can't tell you that because this could have been 365 or it could have been 465 or somewhere in between. So therefore, I'm just going to take what's given to me. Okay. So looking at this and make sure I have the right number of contracts. I have 3 here in this account. And let's see, we're going to send it over at 402. See what happens. Filled at 402. Okay. Just a moment here. We're going to do a very quick musical interlude. And then I will be back. I want to make sure I don't screw this up in the family account. Then we'll get back.
Every trade, every chart. How to check, I'll assist. It's the outlier checklist. Come on! Cross, blocks, earnings, stops, then exit. Oh, that's how outliers roll. Cross, blocks, earnings, stops, then exit. Oh, that's how outliers roll. Last hour of the session. action, scan the chart, run the check. 280 yards below entry, son, I'm out, show respect. Close below that level and the trade's already dead. 3 intraday, I'm gone, didn't wait, didn't dread. Order blocks ahead, back holder stacked up tight. Closed inside the zone now, we don't fight that fight. Resistance is in theory, it's the ghost of the route. They're sitting at break even, just dying to get out. I don't plead with the price, don't beg for the trend. The system says exit, so the system wins, amen. Cross, blocks, earnings.
All right, I'm good now. I like that. That is useful. That can be the perfect musical interlude when needed. But yeah, I rolled in the family account from the 185 to the 190, and I also went ahead and purchased that amount in SGOV. So that's pretty cool, right, Joe? I've taken risk off the table. That is now in my account. That is now into my account.
I love it.
Okay, cool. So let's go update the spreadsheet. Let's go update the portfolio manager over here. Somebody had a brilliant idea, and I would love to give credit, but I've forgotten who it was. Because I lost track of how many. I've rolled so many times in Google, I had lost track. And they suggested, hey, instead of just leaving the strikes here, why not put each strike that you roll to? So 290, 295, 300, 310, all that right here, so you can keep track. I'll fill that in later on. I got a lot of rolls that I'd have to fill in. I'm not going to do it at the moment, but I am going to fill in NVIDIA right here because I just rolled it for how much? It was 402, right? Yeah, 402. Yep. So I just rolled NVIDIA for 402 on my third roll on NVIDIA. So I've rolled it for 3 times with a total net of 1252. And I paid $17.95 original. 1252 divided by 17.95 gets me Joe 69% of the that was A-wire. Yeah, that was brilliant. That's a great idea. I've taken Joe. I've taken 70% of the risk off this trade.
Wow.
70% of the risk is off the trade, and it's still on the books.
That's awesome. And you haven't changed your position size either.
Nope. Same position size, roughly same deltas as we started with. And 1522 is the current price, which means that I add this back in 1522. I'm up 54% on the trade. I've reduced my risk by 70%. I'm profitable 54% on the trade so far, and it stays on. It will stay on for as long as I can let it. Isn't that cool?
I love it. Ninja hack, baby. Ninja hack. Let's all roll. Hack.
All right. Well, that wasn't planned, but it sure was great. Let's go to GLW. Yeah. Let's go GLW. Okay. Cross, blocks, earnings, stops. That's how outliers roll, remember? Pretty catchy. We can remember that. Trying to find, cross, blocks, earnings, stops, and then a look to roll. Cross, no. There is a block right here, but remember, we're looking for 120 days or greater. In this case, nothing to do. It's just a handful of days old. Earnings are 13 days out. Stops are down here, so nothing to do. But I did want to point this out, Joe. Look at that support on the 10 EMA. Now, the reason that EMAs work, they're not magical. What EMAs are places on the chart where everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. And we're all watching the same thing, right? I'm not going to see something that Joe doesn't see. And because of that, other people are looking at GLW and they're saying, hey, at the 10 EMA is a great place to start building a position, adding to the position, creating new position, etc. And so look at the support. Every time it comes to this area, it just bounces right back up. Pretty cool. All right, so GLW, nothing to do. Let's go on to UBS. UBS here. This is also running into the 10 EMA. We'll see if it provides some support. It may, or then again, it may not. I don't know. And that's okay. I don't have to know. Cross, no. Blocks, no. Earnings are 7 days out and stops are not hit. We've rolled UBS twice already. So let's see how much risk I have in this trade so far. I've rolled it for 210 and 195. And then I purchased it originally for 445. Joe, I've taken 91% of the risk. I didn't even realize that. This is nearly a risk-free trade to me. I have 9% of the risk left in this trade. How cool is that?
That is
Joe,
very
when's the last
cool.
time you ever put on a trade? Well, I know you do this all the time. What do you think somebody who's watching this and they're like, wait a minute, he just took 91% of the risk off the trade? That's not possible. Oh, it is. It is if you understand what you're doing here. Pretty cool.
And
right?
I hope that those same people go back and they watch some of the interview sessions that you put on recently with the market wizards and United States trading championship team has every one of those people have mentioned trading risk first and having emotional control over their trades. And they all try to position size. They all try to keep their risk in check and not just gamble. So it's huge when you can learn a ninja hack like this. You can learn to keep the trade on, but reduce your risk as it changes.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. The easiest way to get to this is to go to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and then go to the Champion Traders playlist. But it's important you hit the subscribe button first. We're going to hit 50,000, and I can't do it unless you hit the subscribe button. I mean, why wouldn't you want to subscribe, right, Joe? We're going to give you the best content on the entire planet. And we are actually verified investors, and not like the jokers who claim to be verified. I know exactly where the bottoms and tops are, all the Chris Chains of the world. No. This is legitimate trading. Okay. So let's move on from UBS on to the next one. Skim. Dude, Skim. This one's been running, but it's got these big wicks right here. I think the order block is extending a little bit. I feel like the order block is like, well, maybe a little bit right here, maybe a little bit right there. So the sellers who are trapped right here, they may be trying to get out a little bit early. And that's what these wicks are representing right here, right? The buyers just can't overwhelm it. Wait a minute. What did that say? New people look up Trading with Joe channel on how this all works. I totally agree. Totally agree. All right. So
that's a good segment, Chris. A good segue, Chris. You got to check this out. There's this awesome new feature that I have to show you. It's going to take just a second. Let me share my screen. There you go. So in the Outlier Training with Joe channel on YouTube, you can search for whatever topic you want to learn about. In this case, we had an outlier customer asking about the 10% bid-ask spread. I said, you know what? I'm going to test out this search function. I'm going to hit enter after typing it in. And these are the videos that all mention the 10% bid-ask spread. And I told him, go check out Bravo U18, where we met Lex, who is a market wizard, and we got to learn why he would suggest a 10% bid-ask spread. And you can put in anything you want. You can learn about the Kelly criterion if you're trying to figure out what your comfort level is with position sizing, and you hear all the videos where you would find content about the Kelly criterion. It's perfect.
It is really, really cool. Just for point of clarification, he's not a market wizard. That is reserved. That title is reserved for certain people, Joe. He definitely knows his stuff, but he's not a market wizard just yet.
I meant to say market maker.
That works too. He was a former market maker, so we did learn a ton. He did learn a ton. All right, Joe, thanks for that, man. The search function is super duper useful. I would absolutely recommend going to Joe's channel and search up anything that you have questions on. That would be the easiest way to get started. All right, so looking at Skim, nothing's really happening. We have no cross. We do have a block up here. Hasn't crossed it yet, and that's okay. Earnings are 20 days out, and stops are down here, so nothing to do on Skim. And I've already rolled it once. Skim is really, it's not illiquid, but it doesn't have a lot of strikes. So I would love to roll it again, but in all reality, I can't roll from the 35 to the 40 because I'd give up so many deltas to do so. So let's move on to EMBJ. EMBJ, not so great at the moment, but remember, you do you. I don't care what you do, right? Follow your own plan, whatever that plan happens to be. But I don't have an exit signal today. But what I do see is that the cross has not happened. The blocks right here, there is a block right here, and I would say that's a bullish block, but it's not seemed to help it so far, is what it is. Earnings are 16 days out, no stress, and the stops are not hit yet. So I'm going to hold EMBJ until the meantime. And like I say, I've already taken one roll on this. So worst comes to worst, and I end up losing on the trade if that does happen. I've taken 385 of credit, and I originally purchased it for 1044. So I've taken 36.8% of the risk off the trade. Pretty cool. So let's say if my total risk in the trade was 6% of my portfolio, 0.06, and I've taken 36% off, that means I have 64% risk left. That means the total risk to my account is 3.8% times 100. So that's how much risk I have left in the trade if it did hit my stop. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, that's a deep math concept right there. I'm glad it made sense. Let's go to LUNR. LUNR to the moon. To the moon. All right, we've got the 10 over 20. No issues there. We do have a block right here, a huge block. Look how big this block is. It's a big block. Earnings are 27 days, but we haven't hit that block yet. Stops are down here. I was telling Joe, granted, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I could see, because this is such a volatile stock, that, granted, I'm not making predictions, but I could see it. The setup is there. That we see a situation like CAR. And if you thought this was going to be LUNR, this could be Artemis 3. Like, legitimately, I could see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to, so don't write this down and say, on April 22nd, you said that this was going to go to $1,000 a share. I'm not saying that. I am saying there is a possibility here. There is a setup here. It is a big fatty block. I agree. Yeah, it could be going to the moon on Artemis 3. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But we do have a big block right here. A huge this block is $18. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But the only thing I'm going to do is follow my plan. Cross, no. Blocks up here, but not in our way. Earnings are 27 days out. Stops down there. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Let's move on to GOOGs. Joe, I told you. I gave Joe a little window. I said GOOG's going to run by the end of the day. It's starting to run right now. In fact, let's go to the 5-minute chart. I told you. I don't know what it is. I can like feel Google. I can feel the Googles. Maybe because I use Google so much, right? I don't know. But yeah, this is the second time I've said to Joe, watch, it's going to run by the end of the day. That's exactly what it's doing right now. I don't know where I'm getting that from. I'm just seeing it. But the 10's over the 20. That's good, but not crossed. The block right here is short, and we're about to break it right here in a minute. Earnings are 7 days out. No stress. Stops are down here. Nothing to do. We've rolled Google 1, 2, 3, 4 times already. So I'm not going to look to roll it again, but let's see how much risk I have left in the trade. So I've rolled it for 380 plus 415 plus 410 plus 840 makes 2045. Okay. I originally bought it for 31.24. And so I've taken 65% of the risk off the trade in Google. Pretty cool. I see dead people too. Exactly. I see dead people too. But yeah, Googs looks great. Nothing to do on this. And we'll see if it ends up running even more. But let's go on to BCS. BCS 10's over the 20. No issues there. No blocks. Earnings are 6 days out. So not stressed about it yet. It will be Tuesday before the market opens, so I must close it Monday afternoon. Stops are down here. Nothing to do on BCS. Deutsche Bank 10's over the 20. We've got earnings next Wednesday. Tiny little order block right here, a baby order block, so I don't have to worry about that. So this one stays on as it is. Joe, did you see this next one? Joe, this next stock is up 15%.
Yeah,
OKLO.
It's a gem.
Holy goodness. Oh my goodness. Joe, we may have to, I rolled once in the family account just a little bit ago before we started. I may have to go roll another time.
Oh, you're going to be a pattern day trader. You keep that up.
I got enough money. I ain't stressed about that. I ain't stressed about that. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at OKLO. Okay. So this is one of those that these are new strikes that used to be $5 wide strikes. Now we've got single strikes here. So you can actually like really dial in where you want it to go. I'm definitely going to roll from the 55 to at least the 60. Mark's about to roll it for a second time as well. Where could I put it? If I put it, because I already rolled in my family account from the 55 to 60, but I could probably roll. Let's price out the 65. This is a maybe. So 481 divided by 1230. 39% is too expensive. I can't do that. What about this strike? The 75 delta. This is 62. 364 divided by 1425. 25% extrinsic. This right here, let's double check our math on how we calculate this. Bid and ask spread. It is ask minus bid divided by ask. Ask minus bid, so ask 1425 minus bid divided by ask. 5%? Yeah, I'm gonna roll to 62. Okay. Going back into the family account for the second time today, unplanned. I'm gonna roll that one from the 60 to 62. We're gonna roll together here from the 55 to the 62. But before we do that, let's put on a little musical interlude while I do that.
Every trade, every chart. How to check, I'll assist. It's the outlier checklist. Come on! Cross, blocks, earnings, stops, then exit. Oh, that's how outliers roll. Cross, blocks, earnings, stops, then exit. Oh, that's how outliers roll. Last hour of the session, scan the chart, run the check. 2 ATRs below entry, son, I'm out, show respect. Close below that level and the trade's already dead. 3 intraday, I'm gone, didn't wait, didn't dread. Order blocks ahead, back holder stacked up tight. Closed inside the zone now, we don't fight that fight. Resistance.
All right, good to go. And I picked up SGOV as well. Okay, so let's do this together. So let's clear off the board over here. Okay, so rolling from the 55 to the 62, and I just showed you why I was going to pick the 62 because it still fit my liquidity criteria. So I'm going to sell to close as one order, 4, because that's how many I have. And this is the account I'm using, the US Investing Championship. Started with 50,000 at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to buy the same number of contracts closer to the money. It takes partial profits. It frees up capital. Takes partial profits now, frees up capital, and it keeps the trade alive. And it's going to put us right around the 75, 74 delta, which is totally good with me. And it looks like I'll take in about $5 in credit. Let's see. Filled for an average of 493. I got filled for 493. So let's go to the spreadsheet real quick and fill that guy in. That was OKLO. Hey, remember yesterday when OKLO was down? Boy, things can change fast in the world of the markets, can't they, Joe?
They can. That's why you need to give your trades some room to breathe. In this case, there's a 2 ATR gap there that they can breathe.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so OKLO, I just rolled it for a total of 493. 493. Now I paid $14.75 to get into it. And so 493 is how much? 493 divided by 14.75 gets me 33% of the risk is gone, especially on a volatile stock like this. I am not upset about that. New indicator that I added, totally free, just something I found in TradingView. Somebody suggested this in Discord and I thought it was brilliant. So I've mentioned before, you can see how volatile a stock is by looking at its ATR, and then you divide the ATR by the current price to get your average range. It does it for you. It makes it super simple. It shows you the ATR value, and then it shows your average daily range at 9%. Joe, this stock moves 9% on average up or down a day. This is a super volatile stock. So if I can take risk off the table, boom, move it out. Oh, great question about the open interest. Great question about the open interest. No stress at all because these are brand new strikes. They will be filled in, and you can see the $5 wide strikes here that were just, that's what it was before, I guess yesterday or the day before when they added new strikes. So it actually makes it easier. No issue at all. It's going to get, I mean, you throw anything in a market maker is what we learned from Lex. You're going to get filled. You may have to pay extra for it, but there's lots of liquidity here. So don't be worried about it. Granted, you do you. I mean, if you really want to worry about it, by all means, but I'm not. Okay, so Joe, we just rolled OKLO. Now I need to put in how much the current OKLO contract is worth. 1357. So add that plus this equals plus 1357. So I'm at 25% on OKLO. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. And who's left? VST. Cross, not yet. Blocks, there is one right here, but it's a short one. Earnings are 15 days out. Stops are down here. So I don't have a reason to close yet, but it's not looking great. But then again, yesterday OKLO didn't look great at all. Down, I think it was down like 8% on the day. And look at it today, right? Because I don't have an exit signal, I don't have to do anything. Chris, why did you not roll LUNR again? Let's go look at LUNR. I mean, I've rolled it. Let's see. I've rolled it twice already. 1, 2, 3 times. I don't remember why. Joe, do you remember why I didn't roll LUNR?
No. Let's have a look.
I mean, I could. In good conscience, I can't say off the top of my head why I didn't roll it. Because we could have rolled it 1, 2, 3 times already. A 4th time if this set pulled up. Looks like I rolled it twice so far. How much have I rolled for it so far? 65, 132. I paid 547, 36% taken off. I mean, yeah, why not? Opening up the family account for the 3rd time today. That was not the plan, but that's what it is. Yeah, Joe, I don't have any reason not to. That's actually a great question. Why didn't I? I think I had thought I had rolled enough times, but really, if we count the rolls, it should be up to a 3rd based on my rules. Okay. So LUNR, sell to close the original. In fact, let me do the family account real quick, and then we'll do this again. Let's do the roll. Okay, so rolling to close 670. 670.
I knew that was coming.
Shut up. All right, rolling to close here from the 24 to the 25. The same number of contracts, so 8 contracts there, 8 contracts there. Closer to the money, 63 cents. And let's hit send. Rolled LUNR for 67 cents. So, oh, how about that? We rolled it for 67 cents. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. When y'all have kids, you'll know. You gotta do anything to entertain them because they just think you're stupid no matter what. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. It doesn't matter how many YouTube subscribers you have. You're still gonna be stupid. You're still gonna be dumb. You're still gonna be embarrassing. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. All right, I'm sitting at 328 in credit, and I bought it for 547, which means I've taken 60% of the trade off. Hey, whoever suggested that, thanks. Appreciate that. That was a good one. That was a good one. But let's see how much it's worth currently in LUNR. 617. Okay. I didn't do it that time. I wanted to, Joe. Just because I tell you that I wanted to, you're going to be thinking it now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whoa, I'm up 48% on LUNR. Oh, no, that's Google. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not up 48% in LUNR. Let me double check that I did this right. 65. Hang on. We just learned we could do this. I don't want to screw this up. Account view. Go to this. Let's go to LUNR. LUNR. And option. Apply. Okay. Original 547. Rolled once. Oh, this doesn't tell me my net roll. Oh, that's lame. Once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, it looks like I've rolled 3 times. Once, twice. Maybe I priced this out, but didn't actually do it. This is the 3rd time I've rolled LUNR. Is that what you're seeing on Discord as well, Joe?
All right, let me tell you what I see. You've got a 67 credit from today.
Yep.
You've got a 64 credit from yesterday.
I rolled it yesterday too. Okay.
Are you ready for the next one?
I am.
Okay, you've got a $1.32 credit from the 16th.
Yeah.
You also have a 65 credit from the 13th.
Okay. And the original trade was 547. I'm up 72% on this trade.
Score.
I was wrong. I have rolled it 4 times.
Now, keep in mind, all Outlier customers can follow the exact data that I just read back to Chris on our Discord channel under the USIC Outlier Trading Room.
All right, hold on. Let's go to this. USIC Trading Room. Where is it at?
The bottom.
Here. There you go. So yeah, there's where Joe just dropped the LUNR information right there. Very cool, Joe. Thanks for keeping up with that. Holy moly. I'm up how much on this trade? 72%. And I have like practically no risk in it.
Yeah.
328. I've got a little bit of risk in it, but that's okay. Dude, what a great trade. What a great trade. That's
so
why you let your
why did you not roll to the 20? Why did you not roll to 26? It's a balance, right? It's a balance of credit versus losing money to extrinsic cost. And that's why you have criteria that you want to follow in your own plan to pick the strikes.
Okay. So in a nutshell, I was looking at the deltas over here. And I know that the 72 delta is going to get me closer to 30% extrinsic value than the 76 delta. I remember that's my max. Now, is it going to get over that? Maybe, maybe not. But that's the reason why I just glanced at it and I'm like, I don't need that. I can do okay at the 25. So 181 divided by 585 gets me, oh, look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. It's almost like I know what I'm talking. I don't even have to do the calculation. I can just look at the deltas and I can tell you, yeah, it's going to be right around that 30%. There's your answer. There's your answer. Plus, that gives us another one to roll to in a couple of days when LUNR continues to be on Artemis 3. When LUNR turns into Artemis 3. Who knows? It just might happen. Okay, Joe, we've gone through all of them so far.
You have been so right about Google, Chris. It just keeps going.
Huh. I don't, it's there. I have a tiny bit of intuition, and Google's one that I can intuition for some reason. I don't know. But I'm not day trading it. I'm just following my plan. Joe, I couldn't tell you what it is, but I all I saw was that it was sitting right on top of this order block, like a golden toilet tweet, right? Imagine that this is a golden this is an orange bar right here, and this is a golden toilet right there, and it's just sitting right on top of it. Yeah, I know. That's how vulgar am I? Joe, let's go look for any new trades. All we've done today is talk about old trades. Daggum, I want a new trade, Chris. Okay, let's look together. SPY with the bullish trend. SPY definitely has that bullish trend, up nearly 1% right now. Cool. SPY does have a buy signal. Let's jump into Outlier and we'll look at that right here with the buy signal. Very cool. I got that itty bitty baby intuition. It's market manipulations. What's happening? It's getting market manipulated. Oh, wait a minute. I missed an opportunity right there. Hang on. Wait a minute. I'm not going to pass out for this one. Wait a minute. Yeah, boy, don't you know? Google gonna go up. Duh. You gotta buy it. Why you can't do market manipulating that up to $1 million a share? And you know Chris Change done bought all them options. It's gonna go up to, it's 337 right now. I'm gonna say it 347. That's what's gonna happen. Chris Change know exactly where that gonna go. So you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you don't sound like this when you rock around the house, you ain't a real millionaire. You wish you were a millionaire like me. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. All right. Joe, it's true that nobody's actually seen me and Chris James in the same room at the same time, right? It's like Bruce Wayne putting on his cape. Yeah, exactly. This is like when Hannah Montana revealed her identity. Joe, we got serious trading business to get to, right? The SPY Fear and Greed heat map. Shouldn't we be like freaking out and like be super intense and stuff? No, just have a plan. SPY Fear and Greed heat maps at 74.28. So it is now over 70, but it's still rising. So I'm not going to take any more new trades. Full stocks breadth, it's still crossed over. Still crossed over. In fact, let's go to that real quick. Joe, I just remembered something. We have one more thing we have to do.
SGOV.
We got to SGOV. We got to take all of our available cash and drop it in SGOV so we can earn a couple bucks on it. Yeah, we still have a bullish breadth going on right now. So the only reason I won't be putting on new trades, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get to this point, is because the SPY Fear and Greed has reached a point that's too high, too elevated just on the SPY Fear and Greed. Now, can you still do it? Absolutely. Is it still rising? 100% it's still rising right now. Will it continue to rise? I don't know. All I have to do is follow my plan. And this is what the Plan M back testing showed to be the highest expectancy. But that doesn't mean you can't be successful still. That doesn't mean you can't be successful still. So let's go buy some SGOV. How much SGOV worth right now? $100.60. 160. So how much money did I free up today? I had less than $100 yesterday. Today, how much money did I free up today? I have $37.91. Joe, I freed up $3,700 from our rolls. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Because instead of being at risk, that money's now going to be safely ready to go into the new trades once they're available.
That's right. We're taking risk off the table, and I'm going to go buy 37 shares of SGOV right now. Right now. So I'm going to type SGOV down here, SGOV. And I want 37 of them for a price.
So we have
equity here.
We have a question about SPY being in the value zone. It's actually not. It's above 2 ATR. And if you look at the value zone, it is above 2 ATR. What is it? Below 2 ATR, above the 20 EMA, I think it is, right? So what you're seeing is it's below the red line. The red line is the 3 ATR. So it kind of looks like it's in the value zone, but it's actually not.
That's a great point. Let's pop into that real quick, and then we'll fill in our spreadsheet for SGOV. In the value zone is 2 ATR levels above the 20 EMA. When it's in that, it'll be green like this. It'll be very obvious. It is not. In fact, it's closer to an exit signal than an entry signal here. So because of that, playing ETF is off the table. Playing ETF is off the table.
And if you go to the Outlier Training with Joe channel on YouTube, there's videos specifically about how to trade plan ETF. So if you're trying to paper trade, you're trying to learn, you're trying to figure out value zones, that's a great place to go check it out.
In fact, you could probably search and type plan ETF. And then, wow, look at all these videos that Joe put together.
There you go.
Joe, you're a rock star. Thanks for doing all that work, my dude.
Thanks.
All right, let's fill this in for SGOV. I'm now sitting on 59. I'm on 95 shares of SGOV with the cost of 159. So I got a good deal on that. I got a fresh. I bought that dip, son. So I have 95 shares at 159. Not 950, 95. There we go. OC channels. What is the Outlier channels today? It's a score of 0 today. Score of 0 today. Okay, Joe, that's going to wrap it, right? We did a lot. We rolled some, we didn't close any, but we did open some SGOV positions. And once we get all the way back into SGOV, all of this will be updated. So therefore, we can have our full portfolio return all updated at that point there. The reason being that I'm not updating this like I was earlier this year is I don't want to teach you bad habits, right? All of this is still open trades. I don't care what the outcome is. I'm only focusing in on the process. That's the number one goal when it comes to being a successful trader. So Joe, I think we did a lot today. We tried our first market update. I think we killed it. We went through the plan and we rolled some stuff. We put on more SGOV. We reduced our risk. Man, what a great day to be an outlier, wouldn't you say?
It is a great day to be an outlier, but I do have to ask you for a little help.
What's up?
I have the count wrong for SGOV in Discord and I want to fix it. So how many did you just buy?
Did I just buy it? Was today's the 22nd. I just bought 37.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
So my total net is 95.
Gotcha. All right. Yep, that works. You originally bought 58, then you bought 37. So we're good.
Okay, cool. Joe, this has been fun today. I hope everybody's feeling that every day is a great day to be an outlier. There's customer orientation with Joe tomorrow. What?
Yeah, there is. There is. If you are an outlier customer or a trial member and you're trying out the product, you're welcome to go to Discord and go to our event tomorrow. It'll be an hour and a half after market open. So it'll be 11 a.m. Eastern. And you will be able to join us. Perhaps it'll be your very first time coming to a Launchpad event. This is where I am inviting you to the stage. You can ask questions. You can even be on camera if you want to, or you can just type questions into the chat. And I'm going to show you where you get resources, how you get started, how you use Discord, and you know, all the foundational things that everybody needs to know as they start to become an outlier. And typically, we have some guests A lot of times it's Bravo University or Alpha University guests, and feel free to ask them questions as well.
Joe, surely something like this, where you get to speak with professional investors who know what they're talking about, and the only sole goal is helping you be successful. Surely something like this has to cost extra, right?
Oh, definitely. $1 million.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, it's all included with your subscription, which is 82 cents a day, baby.
That's right. 82 cents a day when you get the annual pass, gets you everything. There's not an upsell right now. Maybe down the line we'll upsell, but as of today, everything's included for 82 cents a day. Super, super cool. So, Joe, this was great. I'm glad that I got to hang out with you. Glad that you helped us out with keeping track of all the trades. And most of all, glad that I got to hang out with you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can help us reach 50,000. And plus, at this point, surely I've helped you make at least a couple bucks in the market. The way you can pay me back is by hitting subscribe. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, what do you think they should do, Joe?
You can go to Ovtlyr.com and check out one of those trial memberships, or do like I did and jump right into being a subscriber, because this tool is awesome. Getting those signals handed to you is just such a win. And then come back and watch one of these videos right here.
That sounds great. And real quick before we go, what a shocker it was to find out who Chris Chains really is. Oh man, y'all saw my secret identity. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk soon.